Hello. Hello, hello. And happy Monday. Um, I might be back to my extra long sessions. I have been world building in the background, and I am starting to connect a lot of dots of things that I've just been kind of brainstorming, word vomiting, and connecting this racing game to another story, which I'm not ready to talk about today. Not story, same world, same theme. And yesterday, an idea came to me and I drew it. I'll show you later. And it kind of got me on this rabbit hole of world building. But first, before we go into that, I'm going to show you what that is. We are going to model it from nothing into something here, the same software you see right now, Adobe 3D, Adobe Substance 3D Modeler. Sorry, I'll just call it Modeler. Modeler. I'll try. I'll try to call it Modeler. And yeah, that's gonna get quite deep. I actually forgot to make. Um, I was gonna make some PNGs to share on screen, so you know. I set notes aside. I'll put it up later. I'll put it up later. But what you see in front of you is the beginning of the blockout and eventual final version of the mountain that my level needs. You saw me race it on the showcase the other day, I hope. If you haven't, pause this video and go look at the dev showcase. And I raced the section that I say, okay, this is the cave. There's going to be a mountain here. So now we're going to build the mountain, or the cave section of the mountain. I what was I going to say? Okay, yes, I was working on what you're looking at now, this workflow, and it took quite a while to get working. It took multiple steps to try to just logic my way around this and then get a tool built around it, but it works now. That's the important part, right? So what you see here, that pink part, is the land, the second part of the map that you saw me add the last video, and I erased through it. It is just like a top cutout of that. I don't know how to control. Wow, I don't know how to control this at all with a mouse and keyboard. Oh, here we go. Here we go. There we go. There we go. So you can see this is. I literally had it cut the top layer, so I know exactly where the cave is, and I can plan accordingly. So I'm going to be doing this in VR. You're going to have to forgive me with no camera. It is incredibly humid, and with the VR helmet, it gets hotter. So I'm choosing to do what I did the other day, and I'm not going to wear a shirt. I'm very comfortable without a shirt now, and I've got all of my cool liquids I need. I'm going to hop into VR, and you're going to see me build the mountain from beginning to end. I'm going to export it, take it to Blender, decimate it, retopologize it, assign UV wrapping to it, take it to Substance Painter, paint it, export it, bring it back into Unreal Engine, and I'm going to have a mountain where right now I have nothing. Now, everything you see, it came, how do I say this? It came at the cost of me trying to find logic in how to solve problems. Um, Claude AI implements what I do, but multiple times it cannot solve. If I say, hey, I want to do this, it cannot do that at all. Trust me. So it will fail. And then I'll think and think and think and go like, wait a minute, what if we do this? It will implement it and then it works. That happened quite a few times. And this is not to toot my own horn. It's only to say that AI cannot just do everything for you. All I'm doing is having it build tools so my workflow makes sense. So I now have a tool that is going to help me bring in my Gaia height maps and textures. I can create cave tops by inverting them. I can create floating islands. Um, and then now I can chop the top of this off, as you see. So this is going to be how this begins today. And I'm just going to be in here modeling, and you're going to see me go in and out from zooming into. Can I do this now? No, I got to put on my helmet before it reads. You're going to see me zooming in and out, so you can see firsthand what it looks like for the racers when they're going to go through this cave. So first, my priority is just what does the cavern look like? How high is it? How low is it? Then later, my next phase will be making shafts for light. And then after that, the exterior shell. So this isn't going to just be like some one solid mountain. It's just going to be like I'm doing now. Here's the cave exterior. I'm just move all of that out. And then I'm going to have like different things on the inside to make it look more interesting. Like ring and half ring arches. There you go, arches. I'm going to get those in this phase. So there's more. What's we're looking at? Come on. Oh my God. English is failing me. Um, I want to say it's something to get in your way. What is that called? Oh my God. Nobody's here to help me with English right now. I'll think of the word later. It's literally things that can get in your way. But anyways, it's going to come up when I've got my helmet on and I'm sweating. So yeah, the goal first stage of this stream is going to be covering the cave, and I've already covered it for the first half. As you can see, the brown is the cave top. The color doesn't matter. This is just the right now thing. I need to go over this section here. I think I have like some holes to fill up here. Those will be pretty quick. I can't use a very large brush or it will freeze. This is quite a big file. It performs very quickly, but when you save it or use larger brushes, that's when everything falls apart. So I want to make sure this is all airtight. No light coming through that I don't want. Then I'm going to do the same thing to this middle section. And then the mountain ends here. It's going to come across over here. And it's going to have a hole to come through here. I don't know if you remember the part where I raising, going up higher, 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 higher. And then you come out over here. So I'll actually make that climb part here. This is like the second phase. Gaia state phase 1. And I always wanted this to be phase 2 of everything I do. And then I'm going to make an update to the plugin to handle the other part. Or I just make those here and I can just move them around. We'll see. So that is going to be the first part of, excuse me, today's stream. It's going to take quite a bit of time. Although this process works for me because I can see the scale quite a bit, but my goal is for this to be the final shipped mountain and cave for this level. So I'm going to be putting in very serious effort into making this. Sorry, I need water. The next phase is going to be the beginning of me world building here publicly. Up to this point, I've been doing a lot of behind the scenes world building, and I want to get a basis. I think with what I came up with yesterday, it answers questions to a lot of things for this racing game and some other games. Or another game, I'll just say that. There's not some other games, there's one other game. Uh, Also, this morning I had a great little. I spent some time thinking of the other race class in this game, and it's going to be fun. It is going to be fun. I've mentioned it before. It is the hover car. I'm calling it hover car for now. It will be upgraded once I decide on that. I think after the mountain, I am going to move on to this exercise that I saw in a drawing video. I'll show you what that's all about. It's just going to allow me to just exercise drawing some silhouettes for spaceships. And the next part will be the world building. And I'll just say right now, it's going to be a lot of explaining of the lore of what I did, excuse me, over the weekend. And then showing you a quick drawing that I did of it. And I stopped where I stopped because I am starting to get the visual in my head. So I really want to get into 3D modeler and do it in VR. Once I get it to like a high quality, I want to go get it painted. And there's more stuff I want to do with it. And then there's some things that it's going to lead to. So, my other project is done. And I even put like 3 hours into just extra work on that. So I feel no guilt not touching that. My day job is nothing else to do. Today, summer vacation has made work a little bit difficult. Yeah. And I can go back to like I did before, doing some long streams the second half of my day, just until I'm ready to pass out. So now you're getting me at my most energetic. It is 3 p.m. And yeah, we're gonna get started. Throw on my helmet now. I don't know if you get the same sounds I get. Let's see. Takes a while to load in before I can start moving, and then it just becomes surprisingly smooth with how big this is. I think I need to. Yep, I had to. Oops! It just randomly placed leaves. That would have been fun. So done. Why did it do that? There's no more mess. Let me get. I keep hitting my desk. Can you guys see this? Yes, you can see it. All right, so I can't see chat, but there's nobody here now, so why can I zoom in? is happening? Oh, we're getting closer. Okay, good. All right, so I'm going to take you on a tour of the cave so far. So, if you remember, we end up coming through like this. This is crazy. It's getting a little bit tight, so I think I need to get rid of some of that. It's a bit glitchy because this is a lot of boxes. So you can see, I get to just do one round of editing. So we're refining that. So this part comes up. So this is just letting you know where I'm gonna have these like rock formations. Definitely something for the racers to dodge. This is why I wanted to do this in VR. This is where I'm gonna get personally exactly the look time. Then when I get this in, uh, to the game, I move the racing line and we're good. This is fucking cool. This took this took way more thinking than actual like testing and doing. So it was kind of seeing it was kind of cool. Now that it's here. These are all going to get shaped later. Right now, these are just place marks. They don't look like homes. That is not the plan. So this is like a big cavern section, and there's so the racers go over here, and they come over. So this part needs to be higher. I remember I have this go higher, then it goes down. This is the part that I had fun with in VR, in first person, because you're just going around really fast. So getting some stalactites stuff over there would be good. This is not used, so I don't have to do any details over there. I can make some stuff just so it looks like it, but over there and over here is not seen at all. So this is where the key to get out into the next part. Sorry, I'm gonna fix it now. It's fine to say that. Go back and clean that up. So this part means like a higher stuff. Excuse me, my Any reference? And not like coming through. So later on, I'm going to carve all of this and smooth it out, like smooth it like that. Get up the strength and it becomes a much rougher looking structure. Yeah, this is the workflow I want. I think most people would probably use Blender only, but this helps me get the idea in my head out quicker, immediately, and with the workflow that will hypothetically work. We're going to find out together today. Uh, this huge workflow plus one. See, see how it goes. Stopping, see. This isn't becoming a problem. Yeah, but not really good. So if it becomes a problem, I might do two layers. There's the cave layer. There's something like that over here. This is the cave layer. And then there's a mountain layer. Totally fine. So, here. So now that the general look, just be careful. Yeah. Hell, it smells like fire. What the hell is going on? Hold on. I know it's not here, but do we have like a local fire going on? Jesus. Oh, it is strong. Oh, it is strong. See here. Somebody ever seen stream? Just kind of how it goes. Oops, no. Wrong account. Man, that fire is strong. What is going on? And you. Let's see. This smells all about. Like, let's see. Fire. Diff fires. That smells. But yeah. No, that's further up north. What the hell? Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. That's Wayne Orange County, though. I can just look out my window. My window's facing where that fire apparently is. Let me see how bad it is. Hold on. Yep, whole eastern sky is full of so it's fun. Okay, just get back to work. So after a while, I am going to. Man, my VR helmet is sweaty. Um, I forgot what I was going to say. After a while, I was like, okay, so this is going to be the mouth of a waterfall. So that it fits in place. So this section is done for the initial cover. This part just goes over here. It doesn't go too high. So I think I can get away with two. So let's get this in. So this cave might need to go higher. Looks like it's hot. Now there's fire somewhere local, somewhere. And smells great. Probably amazing for my lungs. People with asthma for food today. That's save it. I do that. Your helmet break. Oh my god. This is going well. I love this. I love this. I love this. Um, More than I wanted. It's just freaking fun. What am I doing today? This is soup day. Japan. Stuff. Not smelling it so much anymore. All right. Just cool down. Right back to it. Yeah, shows. Actually, let's make this flat. We expect to eventually freeze, which is why I want to do it on the underside. Yeah, side there to go through and smooth all of this up. Just taking away, I think this is the last part. I actually get to make kind of interesting decisions here. this part raises up the full. This is going to be like the first sign of light. So let's make this here sized. Definitely make this here sized. So, purely by chance. This is literally the last part of the cave. Floating continents. This is the whole map. Yeah. Now I'm going to do next is a so this